Subscribe to Film Companion for your film fix. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update.
Hey guys, today we're talking about an iconic Hollywood comedy, the enduring impact it had and the breakout movie stars it produced. We're talking of course about the 1988 Eddie Murphy starrer Coming to America.
Good morning, Your Highness.
We've selected for you a very fine wife.
So, what kind of music do you like?
Whatever kind of music you like.
Do you have a favorite food?
Whatever food you like.
Fine girl, isn't she?
It's a movie you've probably heard a lot about, but let's start at the top. What's it about and why is there so much hype around it? Coming to America follows the story of Prince Akeem, played by Eddie Murphy, who's the heir to the throne of the fictional African kingdom of Zamunda. As the crown prince, he lives a life of luxury and opulence. No, seriously, they don't even let this dude walk anywhere without first laying rose petals at his feet. On his 21st birthday, his parents, the king and queen, arrange his marriage to a bride of their choice who's literally been raised to serve him. Fun fact, the king and queen here, played by Mads Sinclair and James Earl Jones, later went on to play the king and queen in The Lion King as Mufasa and Sarabi. I know, right? How cool is that? Anyway, so Akeem isn't ready for marriage and he's tired of his sheltered life. He wants to see the world and fall in love and look beyond the synthetic life designed for him. So with his father's blessing, he sets off to Queens, New York with his best friend Semi, played by fellow comedy legend Arsenio Hall. Disguised as foreign exchange students to keep Akeem's identity a secret, the two set out to help Akeem find the one with plenty of madcap adventures along the way. What follows is part fairy tale love story, part coming of age tale, and part fish out of water comedy. Except here it's like a really fancy fish, like a salmon or like a swordfish or something, and the water is basically made out of gold. They're rich, basically. You get the idea. So what's all the hype about? For one, it remains a beloved cult comedy that people still love to revisit. Led of course by comedy rock stars Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, who also play multiple supporting characters through the film. Most memorably in the laugh-out-loud barbershop scenes, where Eddie Murphy plays multiple people inspired by characters he played on SNL. Aside from the laughs, Coming to America is a movie with a lot of heart. Not only because it's about a man standing against his family's traditions in the hopes of moving ahead with the times, but also because of Eddie Murphy's sincere, grounded performance as the kind-hearted prince. Also watch out for early appearances from massive stars in the making, Cuba Gooding Jr. and Samuel L. Jackson. Coming to America also set the box office on fire. Eddie Murphy was the undisputed box office king of the 1980s and this movie was no exception. It was one of the highest grossing movies that year. But more than the numbers and the great one-liners, Coming to America is celebrated for what it did for representation on screen. It was the rare mainstream film with an almost all-black cast. And what's sad is in the 33 years since, few escapist rom-coms with an all-black cast have come even close to its success. We in the film journalism community often say that box office is given too much importance and it shouldn't matter. And while that's true in cases like this, it does matter. It matters because it's the sign of an audience saying that they want to see themselves on screen and that they want to see stories that champion and embrace diversity, not just limit it. According to Monica White-Ndunu, an associate professor of theatre at Dartmouth College, this really was a milestone in black films. She says that to this day, the most widely distributed and produced films about African Americans are either set in slavery, the civil rights movement, or the inner city. On the enduring legacy of Coming to America and what it achieved, Eddie Murphy has previously said, "The legacy of Coming to America is that it is unique. Black people don't get a lot of movies like this one." Coming to America is a romantic fantasy comedy. Usually when we see ourselves on the screen, it's heavy things. Rarely do we get to just go see some escapism. Coming to America is an all-black cast, but the movie's not about race. It's like a fantasy, like a fairy tale. And that's the legacy of the movie, that it's one of the few romantic fairy tales with black people. I think that's why people love it. Speaking of game-changing fantasy projects with an all-black cast, more recently we had another cultural juggernaut with Ryan Coogler's Black Panther. Over the years, many connections have been made between Coming to America and Black Panther and how the Eddie Murphy comedy in many ways paved the way for that superhero film and what it achieved. But hey, why take my word for it when you can listen to Instagram? During filming, the cast of Black Panther even honored that film by hosting a Coming to America themed party. #Wakandans in Zamunda. And now, 33 years after people first met and fell in love with Prince Akeem, Semi and Lisa, they're back to bring us more cross-continental adventures.
Hey! What you doing back here? Mufasa!
Say it again, feel right in his...
I've just discovered that I may have a son here in this land.
How much child support she getting from?
The king pays no child support.
No child support for 30 years and you came back? You was a dummy!
Coming to America picks up with these characters years later. Prince Akeem, now a father of 3 daughters, is about to inherit the throne of Zamunda.
A woman isn't allowed to rule Zamunda. It's the law.
Did it ever occur to you that Mika wanted to be your heir?
Would you dare banish me from my own bedroom?
But to safeguard his kingdom, he's forced to find a male heir despite having 3 strong, capable daughters. Once again, the film looks to challenge regressive traditions with plenty of fun along the way. as well as an insanely fun supporting cast including Leslie Jones, Trevor Noah, Tracy Morgan, and Wesley Snipes.
I'm a king, put your hands together.
I like that.
Say it again. Give me all. It's a party over here.
I must admit, your style is foreign to my kingdom, but is impressive.
That's right. Ooh. There you go. Let me hear you say, hey, ho.
Hey ho!
No, don't do that. That's his mother.
Oh, don't you say it.
No, not to his mother.
Almost ready to become a prince.
Almost. It is time.
Ceremonial circumcision.
Bring forward the royal machete.
Machete?
They're gonna sharpen your tool, nephew.
You can watch the 1988 Coming to America and the new sequel Coming to America on Amazon Prime Video.